Welcome back to Miss Cook Explains, where in today's video, we will be multiplying a polynomial by a monomial, which means multiplying one term by many. So in our first problem, we see a -6 on the outside of a set of parentheses, which means multiplying each term on the inside by -6. So since we do not have a variable on the -6, each exponent on our variables, if the term on the inside has one, will stay the same, while we will be multiplying each coefficient, or in the case of the -7 at the end, a constant. We'll be multiplying each one of those by -6, and then we will rewrite our terms using the most concise form of notation that we can. So when we multiply, we see that we have -42x, we have -54x squared, and then we have a +42. Now, usually when we add, subtract, multiply, or divide, you can usually follow the order that the problem gives you the terms in. So we would keep this as -42x minus 54x squared plus 42. But if you ever have a single variable and you want to rewrite it in what we call standard form, where we go in decreasing order of our exponents, that's also a equally valid and oftentimes safe assumption that it is a good idea to do so. And that is the way that many answer choices may be written if it's multiple choice, but you can always check for going in the order in which they did the multiplying. And this is especially true when we are going to have a mix of variables in our second problem, because usually you would go with whatever variables have the highest exponents, but we're going to have a mix of high and low exponents in this one. And so going in the order that they give us the terms is going to be our safest bet. So in order to save space, I will try and write quickly and tiny. But some students wonder about, how do we combine variables with other variables, like having A's and B's together. Those don't look like terms. What do we do? So since we are doing multiplication, we can combine together our terms one item at a time. We'll do coefficients, we'll do A's, we'll do B's. And then in the case of our last term where there's no B, we will add a B squared onto our result after we do our coefficients and we do our A's. So as we move ahead, we will continue to multiply our coefficients and then add our exponents, and then we will rewrite our answer as cleanly as possible, seeing if there are any patterns we notice, any terms we can put together, and just make everything as neat and tidy as possible. So when I multiply, I did 3 times 9, which was 27. Our a to the first and a to the first made a squared, making sure to add a coefficient or exponent of 1 wherever we need to combine. And then a to the first is a squared. And then this is our term that didn't have a b, so we will put a b squared at the end. And this is where we see we can do a little bit of cleaning up. When we have a mix of exponents and variables like this, it is often just good practice to go ahead and follow the order of whatever result we got for the first term, for the second, for the third, after we do our multiplying. Now, thankfully, when we look at these terms, we see that we actually do look like we're primarily going in decreasing order of exponents anyway. But if you're ever unsure, you can always go in whatever order you did the multiplying in, and that's usually a safe bet. So this has been Miss Cook Explains, and I will see you all next time.